Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Rabbit or those born in the year of the Rabbit. I've already done your Western Zodiac readings. They're already up on the channel. So I'm also been already starting Western and Chinese Zodiac combinations. So I haven't done any rabbits yet. So if you want to see a Taurus rabbit, Aries rabbit, Capricorn rabbit, then comment down below and I'll put them on my list. I've done 6 and there's 138 to go. So as a general reading rules apply. So timing's hardly absolute with divination anyway. Roles can be reversed if somebody else turns up in this reading. You're watching the shuffle video now, I assume. So I don't think there's somebody else turning up in this reading. It seems to be, I might be wrong, but it seems to be pretty much about you. Now, some housekeeping. All the details of the reading are below. There is a link down below for a Facebook group as well, where I post these videos, obviously, all the astrology videos that I'm learning from, the odd documentary, other readers. So come and join. And more importantly, there's an inbox there. So if you want to contact me for a personal reading, that's one of the ways to do it. There's also a Twitter handle, a Twitter ID down there as well. You can direct message me there. That's it for the waffle. Yes, like I say, comment down below if you want a Western Zodiac combination, Western Chinese Zodiac combination. And while you're passing, press a subscribe button because I'm still a young channel and every little helps. So let me bring the cards up because I've run out of waffle. Oh, your next readings. Full moon on the 5th and then lunar galactic download on the 6th, because on the 6th the moon is conjuncting galactic center, but this time with the energy of a full moon and in line with the great attractor with the full moon. So yeah, I'm expecting them to be really, really good, especially with what's going on in the world at the moment. Let's see how the moon's energy is going to change this month for us all. Let me bring up the cards. And so I've used, well, I don't know what they're called. I just call them my massive tarot. Tarot of the New Vision, which is like 180 degrees around from the Rider-Waite. You always see from the back of the card. And the In-Between Tarot, which is not actually, that's not the King of Wands, that's the journey of the king round to the page. The Queen is the journey of the Queen to the king. So with the ordinary Rider-Waite, this time involving reversed cards. Now, my brain doesn't accept reversed cards, so it's from 2 decks, 1 dignified, 1 reversed. That's the only way my brain will accept reversed cards. So we're starting out that things are in motion for you, Rabbit. Things are definitely in motion due to a form of recognition that you have received. And I feel that something that you're working on, you're going to have a form of victory. Although I also feel like that victory is going to leave you a bit sort of, is that it? You know, I've had this fantastic victory and there's only me enjoying it. But the recognition bit was good, but the victory that you receive, I feel leaves you feeling a bit sort of, is that really it? You know, what's the point in carrying on with this? I'm so very near completing what I want to complete, but I don't see where the, what's the point if I'm going to be enjoying it on my own? But I do believe that this is something that you can come to terms with. As long as you loosen up a little and remember that this is a longer scale process than what you're thinking. Just because you got the recognition at the start doesn't mean that there's going to be anybody there to share your victory to start off with. And there doesn't need to be, because for one thing, it's your victory. It is a healing experience, and I think it will be really hard for you to communicate that sense of victory to anybody else. But you stick with that. You've become an inspiration to others. But you are only, with that victory, you're not there. You're only nearly there. And then you may have leveled up with whatever it is that you are doing, you know. So whether this is a personal program, a shift in philosophy, a shift in attitude, a shift with your employment, it does seem that your victory is going to create more work, but your victory also leads you to the point of, yes, I can commit to this, which makes me think over here, you were nurturing it and you were wanting to rush in, but I'm not entirely sure that you knew exactly what you was rushing into, and especially when you were suddenly hit by all the rules and the regulations and the traditions with what it is that you were trying to do. But you've got to remember that you are trying to bring disparate forces together, and you are trying to inject new vibrant energy, a peaceful and wise vibrant energy into whatever it is that you are doing. And initially you was like, yeah, I'm not going to take on this burden. If this is, if the recognition is all that I'm getting, the recognition in and of itself is, I feel like your attitude's a little bit like, yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, do I really want to commit to this? But as you slowly see the effect it's having on others, and this is a slow process, mind, as you slowly see the effect that it's having on others, you're like, yeah, do you know what? I can commit to this. I know it's going to be a lot of hard work, but it is a burden that I am willing to take on, even though initially it was like, yeah, you want me to do it again? What? I've done it the once, that's enough. But the doing it the once is what's caused the victory on your own, rather than going, yes, this is going to be an ongoing thing, because there is work coming for you and for a lot of forward motion. This promises a new beginning for you. This is what the Devil and the Ace of Pentacles here, but it is a lot of work. I always clarify the Devil card, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles here. But it's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring new life into the situation. You're going to find that as you are rushing ahead, your vision of not your destination, but the road ahead gets longer. At the moment, at that first point of victory, the road ahead, well, there isn't a road ahead because you had rejected this burden saying, yeah, I've done it, but I'm not doing it again. You've got to be joking. But as you commit to it, you can see where this is going to lead. And this has been, I feel maybe you've been pushed into this, because we have, from the Oracle deck cards, on one hand, we have receiving from angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. Ah, isn't that sweet? But it is very much that the inspiration has been slowly trickling into you. The hexagram is water above mountain, and that idea of slowly trickling comes into this. But there's a chance with water above mountain, the theme of that hexagram is that the water is an obstacle, the mountain is an obstacle. The water is rushing down and could be concealing Lord knows what, some great abyss. The mountain is an obstacle, it's in your way, but you can see what's on it. So it advises going for the mountain. And this is what I say, your vision is going to increase. This, once you notice what inspiration you are being to the people that are around you, especially younger people. But prior to this, on the other side, we have goblins, which I'm going to have to look up if I've got the little booklet here, and stuck energy. So this motion and this recognition that you was like, yeah, whatever. This was all a big push to try and make you think a little bit more strategically and make you realize that you have got guidance. It's almost with this Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles on the bottoms of the deck. I'll go on to the other bottoms of the deck in a minute, but you're being pushed to think strategically about this, whereas you started from a place of feeling a bit of lack. So I think that this sudden recognition was a surprise, and so you were quite jaded about it. It's like, yeah, whatever. But as time sinks in, you're like, oh, actually, you know, this is a breadwinning idea. This is something where, yeah, I'm going to have to work, but I can work at this. I can commit to this. And what I produce will be a cause of celebration because it is already an inspiration. I think it's not just that you got recognition. I think it's quite possible that someone, possibly younger, will say, you know, you doing that has made me want to do this. And then you think, oh my God. That was an effect that I really, really did not expect. There is a point to me doing this. I am willing to take on this burden. Now, let's just have a look at the goblins. But like I say, I think this is past energy. So, number 5. Oh, nearly. This book normally opens always on the right page, but not today. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in the experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being. By mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized or unlovable. Right, I really don't need to carry on about this. Whatever started that jaded feeling jaded is them goblins in action. It is energy that is stuck, but receiving from angels makes you push forward, and the recognition that you receive, even though to start off with you're, like I say, a bit, yeah, whatever, it's going to blossom. So the burden that you initially reject is one that you will soon happily take on board. And that is what this verse from the Tao Te Ching that I pulled suggests. It's verse number 76, softness and weakness. A man is soft and weak when living, but hard and rigid when dead. The myriad creatures and grass and plants when living are soft and fragile. When dead they are dried and withered. That is why the hard and the rigid are the disciples of death, the soft and the weak the disciples of the living. Therefore, an army which is inflexible cannot win. A plant which is hard will break. The strong and hard will fall. The soft and weak will overcome. So I'm feeling like you're being strong and hard with your jadedness, with your yeah, whatever. I'm going to cut all this out now. I'm not going to pick up that burden. But you have got such wonderful manifestation energy, divine coupling here with King of Wands, Queen of Wands. But that only comes into being once you take on that Queen of Wands energy, that being the more receptive to the wisdom that is around you, to the example that you are setting for someone. I think that is a beautiful moment when someone says, because you've done that, I want to do this. And they're probably not even related. It's just that you've been that sort of inspiration. That is a wonderful reading and a lot of hard work for you that right now I feel like you're going, yeah, me and whose army. But I think attitudes will shape so that you're well ready to dive into this, because we have the wheel going to justice on the bottom of the other deck, which is events will lead you to more productive decisions, and 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. So what you think is a load of nonsense to start off with ends up being your dreams coming true. Within reason. Okay. So if that means anything to you, Rabbit, comment down below. Like I said, your next readings will be your full moon and lunar galactic download. Don't forget to press subscribe while you're here. Cheers.